Good afternoon, class. I'll be giving you my informative speech on music. So when you think of music, you think, oh, the beat is nice, or the intro was good, or the lyrics are what caught you, or even the instrument that you heard is something that you played when you were in high school. We can all agree that music is life. Music can help with a number of things. For example, our emotions, thoughts, our brain movements, and even our children's development. Through time, studies have shown that certain tones can affect our brains in various ways. Now, if you had lyrics, music, tones, high tones, low tones, you have something beautiful that is understood across all languages. Emotions have a funny way of affecting our lives. Music is a cause of it, and it also has an effect in medical therapy as well as children. Now, let's get into what music can do with our emotions and our highs and lows. Our feelings are a reflection of things that happen to us on a day-to-day basis. And when we feel low, a soft melody or tone can ease the pain. Now, when we feel high, for example, like winning in a video game or during a party, or just simply when we're in a good mood, music can cause us to soar. According to a testimonial, music can bring back memories from childhood, which can cause the mood to change to either a happy one or a sad one. C. Martinez, Personal Communication, September 8th. This shows that music can help in medicine and has an effect on our children. Emotions are tied to our senses, which are connected to our brains and which are still connected to our hearts. Different tones can cause the brain to react in different ways. For example, in synchronized drumming, there's a release of endorphins that are responsible for feelings of social bonding, empathy, and trust. TAR 2014. Our brains are stimulated by many things in life, such as a touch, a soft glance, or even a hug. Everything starts with our senses, and our brains reflect that, giving music a pathway to our hearts. Since we know that our brains are affected through music, let's talk about how medical therapy has changed as a result of it. Steady tones and low tones, and pretty much almost any tone, can be used to cause the brain to be stimulated. For many patients with Alzheimer's, music has been a major part of their recovery, and including the frontal lobe, which is responsible for memory, language, and emotion, and the cerebellum, which targets our motor skills. Even when patients or children are learning new things, music helps with that. It helps with retainability, helps with understanding and comprehension. And not only can music help with Alzheimer's, it can also help with other diseases and common ailments. For example, Parkinson's can potentially be cured by calming the nerves. Not only that, but depression, autism, and so much more can be reversed. A lot of times people suffer from anger, stress, and anxiety. Certain types of music can help with that. For instance, classical or rhythm and beats, also known as R&B, can result in the relaxation of the mind. Stress has been proven to kill, and because of the effects of music, we can now reverse the causes of stress that can cause death. Since we know that music can affect the body and the mind, let's take a look at how the potential outcomes can affect our children. Children are very easily influenced. They mimic actions, and most often they reflect their upbringing. The mind is always changing. Music helps with the nurturing and learning of different tones, symbols, and words. As with patients with Alzheimer's, learning and retainability are all outcomes of what musical notes and tones can do to the body. The Happy Birthday song helps children recognize comprehension, and when they hear it, they can easily relate it to sweets or a celebration. If children are constant in identifying pairs of tonal patterns and pairs of rhythm patterns as sounding same or different, they may be considered to have high tonal and low and high rhythm developmental music aptitudes. That being said, they can recognize voice patterns, like when you yell at them or raise your voice or try to be stern with them. They can recognize that because of music. Music changes, encourages, and cures and empowers people of different backgrounds and different diseases. In life, we may feel down, angry, upset, depressed, or hurt, but most times we try to ignore it, and we can see that music can help that with patients with diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. They all have a chance now to get rid of their degenerative nerves or to turn around their symptoms, and they can now retain information more easily, and as well as our children, they can comprehend and understand, and it helps their brain functions, and that they are more stimulated at the end of the day. We all need music in our lives. It helps us understand ourselves and others as a result of its ability to connect with our brain and its key components. So that is my informative speech on music.